Why you looking down on me? I'm only going up. Why you say you proud of me when you never was? Didn't mean to catch you hating, but it's better off for us. You would've backdoored me, would've shown me who you was. When I said we brothers, I ain't say it just because. One hand washes the others, I kept washing yours first. Niggas tried to kill me cause they sliding for your words. Didn't even warn me, that shit almost got me murdered. Got me holding glizzies, I'm just on my way to work. Remember when it happened?
What it is, what it do, man. Welcome to episode 45 of T3MU TV. It's your host, Nero. You know, when you see my face, I got a special guest. Before I get into the special guest, you already know, co-host with me, Haitian G. What's the word, buddy?
What's going on? What's going on?
Sac-passe. That's right.
That's right.
And now, into our special guest, man. When Nero made this show, man, it was about legends like him. You know, I love basketball. I grew up playing basketball. Basketball was my life from when I was 6 years old till 19 years old. You know, I love basketball. So when I get guys like this on here, I get excited. I can't wait to hear the stories. You know, shout out to a guy like Drew who instilled that in me. You know what I'm saying? From him telling us about his Charlestown days. But today it's about the big time legend. You feel me? And Davis. How's it going, Brody?
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me, man.
You already. We got to get the claps in for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a super duper legend. But how you doing, bro?
I'm all right, man. Just loving the life right now, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
You already, bro. You a legend in the city. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely had to have you come up here. But you watching NBA?
Definitely.
Who's your team? Who you going for this year?
I don't have a team. I just love sports in general, kind of like you.
Yep.
But I do right now. If I was a betting man, them Celtics look real good.
They do.
They look real good.
They definitely look good. But I'm a Clipper guy. James Harden's my guy.
I was about to say, Clippers. Yeah. Now you're a Clippers fan.
Now I'm a Clipper guy.
All right, that's
we
what's
here,
up,
Clipper Nation. We here.
I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. Those are four great players. I just don't know what the Clippers have surrounding them.
Yeah,
can bring them where they want to go. And I know James Harden is your favorite player.
Yeah.
But I can't trust him. When you've been on 3 or 4 teams in less than in less than 3 years.
It's been situations, man.
Nah, but I think you know, cause now you could have PG on the bench right now and be cool with it.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? You could have Russ on the bench and be cool with it because you got somebody that could at least put some type of numbers up there.
Facts.
Now I get what y'all saying. Now they could go with different lineups. But then there's always one guy out. You know what I mean?
True.
And you got to remember this too. A lot of people don't recognize this, but all 4 of them are from Cali.
Yeah, nah, I know. I peeped that too.
So
yeah.
Like I know everybody says the right things.
Yeah.
But where I come from, actions speak louder than words.
Facts. That's a fact.
So I don't know if they all saying the right things, but I don't know if their play will illustrate what they're saying.
Only time will tell.
Yeah.
Only time will tell.
You just gotta, go up tempo. That's it.
Nah, they definitely do. We gonna see what they do.
Tempo.
They
gonna
do.
See.
They definitely got to get out and run. But at the same time, you know what I mean, in half court sets, James Harden can't disappear on them.
Yeah.
Because now you got Westbrook who's gonna be on the court too. He's not a shooter. So now you're gonna ask him to play without the ball in his hand. He really doesn't do that.
But if anybody could get it done, I got trust in Ty Lue.
Yes.
Ty Lue's the guy who could figure it out with that group.
This is Ty Lue's toughest coaching job.
Yeah.
And it is not about the talent. It's more about the personalities. And the biggest one is James Harden.
Nah, facts.
And getting them to sacrifice.
Big facts.
Like, what it is, we know James Harden's sacrifices. We just watched him sacrifice for Joel Embiid and help him get his first MVP.
Facts.
But at the same time, he sacrifices too much. Because when you needed him, like in the playoffs last year, he fell short.
He fell short. Yeah,
Know what I mean?
he felt like he couldn't do him.
And that's the stigma around Harden when it comes to the playoffs. Like, we all know what he does in regular season. We really
Facts.
don't. He's so great. We don't even care what he does in the regular season anymore.
Nah, facts.
It's all about what he does
In the
when it counts.
playoffs.
Like, a man of his, like, you bring up his resume. Like, this man has scoring titles. He has assists. He has assist titles, but yet has never even been to an NBA Finals by himself.
Facts.
He went with KD and Westbrook. You know what I mean? That's totally different when it's
He was a young pup at that
right.
time.
Yeah, I was about to,
Right.
say that.
He
too.
was the third wheel, and to be honest, if you go by the actions, he was the fourth wheel because they chose Ibaka over him.
Facts.
So, you know what I mean? So, James Harden as the go-to guy, I only seen him come up big one time, and that was against Golden State. Even though they lost that game 7, if you go back, he had like 38.
Yeah, he played his heart. He did all he could.
That was the only time I could really say, like, okay, they lost.
Yeah.
And they lost because Chris Paul didn't play. Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, they beat Golden State.
Yeah.
I think.
Listen,
I
say that all the time. I say that all the time.
James
all the
Harden.
time.
And that's just, and I'm just going off how that series was going, how it was being played, because they matched up very well when Chris Paul was on that court.
With the Warriors.
Right. And then
You talking Rockets?
Yeah, when he was on the Rockets. Yeah.
right. But against the Warriors, like,
Yeah.
they matched up very well. I thought that was the Warriors' biggest competition, even though they had lost to the Raptors. You know what I mean? If KD doesn't get hurt, they beat the Raptors 4-1.
Yeah, easy.
No disrespect to their title run, but
Just was the Raptors. It favored the Raptors that year.
definitely, at the end of the day, you need a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
Everybody will tell you that. Players, coaches, you know what I mean, fans, you need a little bit of luck.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like we're talking, like I told you, my pick right now will be the Celtics to win it. But if Porzingis gets hurt, they're done. They're done.
Done.
That's the thing about Celtics, though. They never like invest in a big man, though.
But I mean,
they have,
They
but-
never had nobody down low.
But that's
dog,
what
you know?
the game is now, though. If you think about it, right? Besides Joker, besides MD, I mean, there's no dominant big men. The big men are they're not down low. They're more on the perimeter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's what the game is now. It's more 5 out. Even when you see, like, Joel just had 48 on the Wizards, right?
Yeah.
If you go look at that game, most of his points were pull-up jumpers.
Facts.
That's not big. That's not dominating the paint. He's hitting elbow jumpers.
Word.
I mean, the game's different
Nah,
now.
that's big facts.
Know what I
That's
mean?
big facts.
It's hard to dominate in the paint unless you get it on the break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because teams don't allow you to dominate in the paint. It's just, that's not what the
What's
game
his name?
is.
This
no
nigga
more.
be putting in work, though. This nigga Bam.
Yeah.
Bam
Nah,
Adebayo.
Bam definitely put
If
in
he
work.
had, he be putting work in the paint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but let's get into.
He ain't like
you feel
Shaq,
me?
you know what I'm
This ain't the
saying?
NBA
You feel me?
podcast. We gonna get into Ed Davis today. You feel me?
Davis. My
But nah, it's all good, G. It's all good. We'll get back into the little bit of NBA talk at the end.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But was you born and raised in Boston?
Yeah, definitely. Born and raised in Dorchester. Grew up at Wainwright Park.
Yep.
I mean, that's why I learned the game of basketball. That's why I fell in love with the game of basketball.
What age you say you was at?
I played early, but when I could say when I took it seriously, probably when I was like in sixth grade going into seventh.
Okay.
One day, I was playing in the park. We was playing football. You know what I mean? And normally after we play football, we go right to the basketball court.
Yeah.
So as I'm playing ball, two of my guys, shout out my guy Snacks and my man P.
Shout out to them.
They was like, yo, I think you better in basketball than you are in football, because football was my first love.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for real? And they like, yeah. And I ain't never played in a basketball league, anything. So my man Snacks, he put me in my first basketball league at Bird Street. and I never looked back.
And that's the starter, and Davis right there.
There it is. There it is.
Who helped develop your game? Was it you going to the parks and just getting them shots up and working on your handle, or it was a coach or you know, uncle or, you know, somebody of that nature?
It's a little bit of everything. You know, first of all, you got to have the drive yourself to do it.
Yep.
So, you know, me, myself, but then, you know, once people start seeing who you are, now people want to come to you. People want to help you out. But most of my people were, you know, my big bros from my hood, my man Leroy James.
Shout out to him.
Then he started introducing me to, like, you know, certain legends around the city, you know. Shout out my guy Antoine Griffin.
Yep.
You know what I mean, I used to do a lot of mid-range and ball handling drills with him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Shout out my guy Scott Clark. You know what I mean? Like, he changed my whole attitude on basketball. When I met Scott Clark at the time was a top 10 player in the nation. You know what I mean? In 1997, Scott Clark was on the cover of the AAU book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was on the front cover.
On the front cover. You know what I mean? Scott Clark, Boston, Mass, top 10 player in the nation. So once I seen that, you know what I mean, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to learn about college now.
Yeah.
My favorite college player was Grant Hill.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I modeled my whole game after Grant Hill. You know what I mean?
You was a point guard.
So I started off as a point guard, and then like my 7th grade year going into my 8th grade year, I had a growth spurt. I went from 5'5" to 6'1".
Damn.
So then I started playing down low, but I had guard skills.
Yep.
So that gave me the advantage going into my 7th and 8th grade year. That's when a lot of people thought I was becoming elite.
Yeah. You was making a name for yourself.
Definitely. I was definitely a top 10 player in the city in middle school at that time.
And who was the guys around you as well?
As far as my team or
the top 10 guys, the elite players. You don't got to name all 10. You can name 3 or 4.
Definitely will. In my era, I will have to say, middle school basketball, my guy Sean Hines.
Shout out to him.
Larry Wilkins.
Yep. Shout out to everybody you about to name.
Anthony Drayton. Julius Juice Johnson from Mission. Trying to think who else. Oh, Keywan Crump from The Point. Mike Jones.
Okay. McDonald's All-American, right?
Yep, McDonald's All-American.
Shout out to him.
And that's just a few off the top of my head.
Okay. So talk about your AAU days. I know you played AAU, and who did you play with?
I started playing AAU my 7th grade year. I played for BABC. Now at the time, a lot of people don't know this, but BABC only had 3 teams. It was the sophomore team, the junior team, and the senior team. So, and, you know, the neighborhood leagues, the neighborhood tournaments, I played for San Antonio Gooden, a.k.a. Pumpkin.
Okay. Yep. Shout out to Pump. Love him.
Yep. I'm the part of the original crew of Pumpkin's crew.
Oh, wow.
So, he helped me get my name too. So now my name's buzzing. Our teams are winning. Our team is buzzing. You know what I mean? So he meets up with Leo Papil, the founder of BABC.
Yep.
And
legend.
Definitely a legend. And Leo basically just gave Pumpkin an opportunity for us. You know what I mean? Had us had our personal Pumpkin crew team go down and scrimmage. The sophomores, the sophomores team was, I call them my big brothers. Dwayne Cox, Ray Noyles, Raheem Lamb,
you naming a lot of dudes. That
Michael Whitehead, and they had some more. Richard Pittman was on that team. Jamal Brooks, aka Fruity.
Yep. Southie, right?
Yep, Southie.
Shout out to him, Fruit, man.
Matter of fact, I take that back. Fruity didn't even start playing with them yet. Cause Fruity started playing with us first. So, you know, like I told you, there was 3 teams: the sophomore, junior, and senior team. So Leo, you know, he invested in us. You know what I mean? He took a chance on us. So he made the freshman team. You know what I mean? So the freshman team consists of myself, Sean Hines, Keith Butler from Cambridge,
Yep.
Mike McGee, Louis Ford from Cambridge,
Yep.
Mike Robinson from Brockton. And yeah, that was basically the core of our freshman team
For BABC.
for BABC. So then you know, we started
Playing
you know,
together.
playing
Playing
together,
against other teams.
You know what I mean, doing our thing. It's funny because my freshman year was the only year that I never won the state title in AAU.
Wow.
Massasteria beat us in the state championship.
Your freshman year.
Said the
Yep.
only year you didn't win.
Only year I didn't win. Only year I didn't win it. They beat us in the state title game at Drake High. Right, Drake High is right next to Lawerence.
Oh, okay.
Know what I mean? Well, Lowell. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lowell.
Because it was right by Lowell, University of Lowell.
Yeah. Okay.
So we had lost to them in the States. You know, obviously that was bad. The only good thing about that was that I got a scholarship to go to Lawerence Academy.
Okay.
For those who don't know what Lawerence Academy is a preparatory school that kids, you know, it's like college. You go
Prep
there,
school.
prep school.
Oh, they know what it is now.
Yeah,
That's where they want to be at.
Definitely. But I went to Lawerence Academy, did my thing.
Slow down. We got you. So let's talk about so you talk about your AAU days and y'all was wiping dudes and you know what I'm saying, that freshman team, y'all basically played with each other freshman, sophomore, junior, and y'all just wiped dudes. Y'all won the states. Did y'all win a national title?
Yeah, we got a national title under our belt.
Who did y'all beat in the national championship?
I think it was a team from Tennessee.
Okay.
Maybe I want to say the Tennessee Travelers.
And who they have at the time?
Nobody who was nationally ranked,
Yeah.
but they was obviously if you're
They
in a
was-
national title game,
You tough.
you like that.
He did that work.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, like I think in our 4 years, we never lost more than 20 games together nationwide. You know what I mean? That's not just in the United States. That's out the country too. So we put in pain. You know, Terren Francis was National Player of the Year. You know what I mean? I also played with Will Blaylock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? NBA player.
Legend.
You know what I mean? I also played with Marshall Strickland, top 20 player. Keith Butler, top 50. Like I said, Mike McGee, he was nationally ranked. Myself, I was nationally ranked at
Where?
one point in time. The closest, the highest number I got up to was 34.
Okay, we're gonna give her applause for that. You feel me? We gotta show you some love. I gotta use these buttons, man. Cause that's tough, man. Shit, if I was there, I'd love that
You know what
too.
I'm saying? Niggas don't be making that list.
At all. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's crazy is, you know, it's dope about making a list, but are you gonna maintain it? I mean, that's what my issue was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even basketball for me. It was more the product of my environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
What you was dealing with.
what I was dealing with, what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, college coaches hear about that. You know what I mean?
Kind
They
of.
pick up on it. You know what I mean? You don't even know it. And, you know, quiet but surely, like, I'm wondering, my senior year's coming around now,
Yeah.
and I'm a man who had over 30 offers. Now nobody wants me.
We gonna get into that. We got that. But we want to talk about your freshman year. So you what high school did you attend as a freshman? It wasn't Lawerence Academy right out the gate. Right?
My freshman year, I went to Dorchester High.
And did you play?
Yeah, I played. I made all city as a freshman.
Yeah.
Averaged 18 a game. Didn't have a successful winning season.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard when you were a 14-year-old young man and you the best player.
Yeah.
You know, it's usually an 18-year-old, 17-year-old being the best player,
Fact.
especially back then. So we struggled. I think we went like, I don't even think I won 5 games my freshman year.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But I made all city as a freshman. When the city was really tough, you know what I mean? When the city was full of Division I players, you know what I mean? You know, that's when the Boston Shootout was still around.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Did you get a chance to play in the Boston Shootout?
nah, I never got a chance to play in the Boston Shootout because Leo bought the Boston Shootout. And he turned it into the BABC Shootout. But I played in the BABC Shootout though.
Oh, okay.
But it's nothing like the Boston Shootout.
Yes.
I promise you it's not. I promise you.
Some tough dudes came through.
Definitely. Even that, you know, when I was a little kid, like I had a big cousin named Troy Miller, and he used to always work the Boston Shootouts. You know what I mean? Like I got to see Baron Davis, Paul Pierce. Wow. You know what I mean? Like I got to see them in high school play.
Yeah.
Before, like, you know, the Boston Shootouts was, you knew you was gonna see the next NBA pros.
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
So, you know, me coming up in the city, I'm like, yo, freshman year, I know I ain't gonna make. I know I won't even get a invitation. Sophomore year, I'll definitely get an invitation. Might not make the team because I'm a sophomore.
Yeah.
I already had it in my head. Junior and senior year, I was definitely gonna make that Boston Shootout team.
Absolutely. Okay, so you played for Dorchester your freshman year.
Yep.
And you know, you put up 18, got numbers.
Yep.
Put up them numbers. Okay, so how did you get to Lawerence Academy? How did that happen?
I got the Lawerence Academy through Leo Papil and Pumpkin.
Shout out to Pump, man. That's real solid, man.
You know, even though we had older dudes in the city that was going there, like for example, Thayer Academy, who was also in that league.
Yep.
You know, they had Courtney Elridge. They had Tellus. You know, those are like my big bros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I didn't even know they went. You know what I mean? I didn't even know I never heard of prep school.
Yeah, you never knew what that was.
I never knew what that was. I thought that was a medical school they was at. To be 100 with you. So, you know, I got to Lawerence Academy once they graduated.
Oh, okay, damn.
So, but they were still nice though. They won the league. They won the league. They had Rich Pittman.
Yeah.
They had well, he was, I don't know if he still is, but my brother, Jermaine Watson, all-time Massachusetts leading scorer.
Wow.
I mean, they had him. They had my guy Hurley that went to Holy Cross. He's an Olympian triathlon athlete.
Hurley.
Yeah.
Wow.
John Hurley. Yeah.
Gotta look him up.
Yeah. Definitely.
From Mass.
Yep, he's from Mass.
Shout out to him, man.
From
Damn.
Mass. He was on that team that beat us in the AAU championship my freshman year in Massasteria.
Wow.
Yep, him and Drayton, they were like the best players. And my guy Tim Forbes.
Okay. So who's the coach at Lawerence?
Kevin Rosinski.
Okay.
It's funny because he just retired.
From Lawerence.
He just retired from Lawerence.
Wow.
Just retired.
How was y'all relationship?
Great. And what's crazy is I wasn't successful at Lawerence as far as academically.
Yeah.
I mean, basketball wise, like I said,
That's what you do.
And my first year, I got co-player of the year with Jermaine Watson.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And we won it. You know what I mean? So
Y'all won the Prep School League Championship.
Yeah.
Your sophomore year, the first year you being there. Wow.
Yeah, Class C champions. I got MVP of the Class C championship.
How much you drop in the championship game, you remember?
36.
Ooh.
Damn.
36.
This a cold brother I'm sitting next to, man. You feel me? Damn. Okay. Who were some of your teammates at Lawerence?
I played with a lottery pick. I played with Antoine Wright.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
Where did he go?
Antoine Wright went to Texas A&M. He declared to the draft his junior year, and then I think he got drafted by New Jersey first. He was a starter.
Yeah.
Played with Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson, Vince Carter.
Wow. Okay.
I think he played in the league for like 6 years.
That's
He's still overseas. He's still going strong.
doing his thing.
Yeah, I played with his cousin Alvin Reed. He's like the Leo Papil of AAU in California. He runs the whole California AAU circuit. He played for Colgate. At the time, he was the all-time leading assistant steal leader.
Wow.
All-time at Colgate. A lot of people don't know this, but Kenya Martin has a half brother named Richard Roby. Richard Roby, he went to Colorado, all Big 12.
Damn.
He even had a stint in the NBA. He played with us too. And yeah, that's pretty much, that was our core.
Yeah. Cool guys.
Yeah, did our thing. We won
Sophomore year. Okay.
I mean, so I came back. We came back, and I didn't even tell you this. A lot of people don't know Antoine Wright. You see Antoine Wright. He's 6'8" now.
Yeah.
But our first year, I was taller than Antoine Wright.
Wow.
6'8".
So he went from 6'1" to 6'8" in 2 months.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
He was, he was going.
Right.
It was destined for him to go.
So what's crazy, I'll even tell you a crazier story about Antoine. He knew he was going to Texas A&M as a sophomore. That was unheard of in my era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To know where you was going as a
Exactly.
sophomore.
You don't make your decision to the end of your junior year, going into your senior year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like the norm.
Yeah. He knew early.
Yeah. We came back for our second year. You know what I mean? And he told me, he was like, "Yo, I'm going to Texas A&M, and they're recruiting you too." I said, "My guy, I'm not playing in the Big 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My dream is to play in the Big East. You know what I mean? That's why I watched the Big East and the A-10. That's why I grew up watching.
And now, what school was that in the Big East that you wanted to play?
It didn't matter.
Just any school in the Big East.
Yeah, I just wanted to play it because I just felt watching it. It was a guard-heavy conference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I felt like if you was an elite guard, you wanted to be in the Big East.
Facts. You ain't lying. You ain't lying about that. So my bad. But what was one of your favorite games at Lawerence? Or one of your best games?
Oh, that's easy. My favorite game at Lawerence was against the Rivers School.
Oh, okay. Rivers.
Yeah.
Gave them buckets.
So, like, there's this little story behind it, though. So, it's a prep school. Lawerence Academy is in Groton, Mass. That's in Western Mass. And, at the time, my pops and my parents, they didn't have a car.
Yeah.
So they had to, use the commuter rail and all that. So my pops called me before my game, like, "Yo, I ain't even coming out to your game."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What you mean you ain't coming to my game?" So I felt some type of way.
Yeah.
So, now I'm getting to the gym. I'm about to do my pre-workouts. My pops and my little brother's at the game.
Yeah.
I mean, so they just want to surprise me. So once I seen that, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to have a goodie.
I'm about to turn up.
So, like I said, we played Rivers. I came out. I scored the first 21 points of the game.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I think I ended up with 54. Matter of
Damn.
fact, yeah, 54. That's my career high in high school.
Damn. With the dub.
Yeah, with the dub. We won by like 3. It was a close one,
Yeah.
but we definitely won. Though.
Pulled it out.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you graduate from Lawerence?
Nah. So I left Lawerence. Like I said, sports wise, like you hear what I'm saying, like it was great.
It was good for you.
Academically, it wasn't. Coming from Dorchester High, a school at the time that wasn't accredited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like lean on me out there at Dorchester High.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally we smoking right now. We could smoke Like we could walk to class and smoke at Dorchester High.
That's crazy, Ant.
I'm dead serious.
That's
you know what I mean?
crazy.
So
He said like lean on me. That is for real. Like some lean on me drinks.
So I knew if I wanted to be where I want to go D1, I want to be this, I want to be that, I got to get out of Dorchester.
Facts.
You know, like I said, Leo Papil and Pumpkin, you know what I mean? I started making my name of myself, you know, not only Dorchester High, but on the AAU circuit now. So now, instead of colleges recruiting me, I got prep schools recruiting me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, when I heard Lawerence Academy, I wanted to go anyway because I thought Lawerence was in Lawrence, and I love Hispanics. So I'm like, yeah, this is right up my alley.
Right up, yeah.
You know what I mean? Right up my alley. Then, like I said, Pumpkin brought me out there. He's like, yo, yeah, man, this is in Groton. I'm like, yo, what's Groton? So we driving out there, it's 495. We're passing Lawrence. You know what I mean? Back then, we didn't even have the GPS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had the map. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So we using the map. And he's like, yo, we like 25 minutes away. I'm like, yo, bro, we in Lawrence. He's like, yo, Groton's not Lawrence. I'm like, oh, man. So now we approaching. He's like, yo, we like 10 minutes away. No, I'm starting, I pay attention to detail.
Yeah.
So I'm noticing the towns, Littleton, Drake,
Yeah.
seeing all these apples and farms. I'm like, oh, dog. No, I'm a city kid. You know what I mean?
Saying where the joints is at. This is not what I thought it was.
I'm like, yo, what's this? So then now we pull up to like Lawerence Academy. It's like a whole new world. You know what I mean? We from the hood, you from the urban city. You know, you ain't seeing cut grass all the time.
Facts.
Grass is shining. You know what I mean? You can smell real fresh air. You know what I mean?
Grass is green as hell.
Green as hell. Green as hell. Cut evenly. You know what I mean? And everybody's happy. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this is like, this ain't the world. You know what I mean? This ain't the world. But, you know what I mean? It changed my life academically. Like, it's the hardest thing I ever went through. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a man who got my master's. You know what I mean? So
Shouts out to that, man.
that kind of like molded me. Like ever since Lawerence Academy, I never struggled in school.
Yeah.
Never.
But there at first it tripped you up.
Yeah. I was on academic probation. I just wasn't in like, I can't say I wasn't trying, 'cause I definitely was trying.
Yeah.
I just say that I wasn't taught the necessary skills to be successful at Lawerence. And my ignorance didn't help either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I eventually had to leave Lawerence Academy.
Going into your junior year?
I left in the middle of my sophomore. Well, that's another thing too. A lot of people don't know this. When you go to prep school, a lot of prep schools repeat you because academically you can't handle it.
Facts.
My first year I went to Lawerence Academy, they didn't repeat me because they seen my grades at Dorchester High was so high
They thought, you know.
that I could handle it.
Yeah.
So then after my first year, they told me if I want to stay here, you got to repeat. I'm like, that's what I wanted to do from the jump. So y'all helping me out. You know what I mean? So I repeated. So I did my sophomore year. I did two sophomore years. So in the middle of my sophomore year, right around February.
Yeah.
But matter of fact, it was a week before the cities. The week before the cities, because I had left Lawerence Academy. And
So that was probably like February.
Yep. February vacation.
Yep.
February vacation. And my guys, Jay Smith and Mike McGee, they went to English. They in the cities. I'm like, yo, I just left Lawrence. And the first thing they did was go right to Barry Robinson, who was the coach at English, like, yo, Ant just left Lawrence. So Rob was really trying to focus on the cities at the time. So he told me to come back to see him that Sunday.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, told me to come see him on a Sunday. Because the cities is on a Thursday, the championships on a Friday.
Yep.
I went to go see him on Sunday. He told me, he gave me a letter. He told me to go to Madison Park, because at the time, I don't know if it's still like that, but Madison Park, it used to be like the...
That's where you transfer.
Yeah, the transfer.
It ain't there no more. It's up in Phil's Corner.
Exactly.
Had to go there. That's the transfer to Dorchester.
Yeah, right. So that used to be the transfer office. So I had gave the letter to the secretary that was there that day.
Yeah.
And then she told me to go to English Monday. It was
just like that.
Just like that.
And you was up in English.
I was up in English that Monday. They was getting ready for their first. They just had won the city championship against Charlestown.
Wow. And who did Charlestown have at that time? Because I know you said Mike McGee and
that was Mike. Actually, Mike, right? Mike wasn't eligible. So that 2000 year was Dwayne Cox, Rasheed Quadri. Rasheed Quadri went to LaSalle.
Yeah.
Ray Noyes went to Radford. Raheem Lamb went to UMass Amherst. Then you had Mama D Tonguino, who was a junior. He played with me too as well. He was their big man. And Jason Smith, my guy, was the like their starting point guard /2. Well, he was their starting 2, and Mustafa was their starting point guard from the A, defensive stopper.
And you just came in and
I came in. They were seniors. You know what I mean? So it was like a new regime. You know what I mean? But at the same time, my man Jay Smith, he'd been there through their regime. He was ready to take over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I knew that. And also at the time, Mike McGee, he's been ineligible. So he's been waiting to show the world what he could do on the high school level. You know what I mean? Everybody know what he could do
on the national level.
On the national level, or even in the hood leagues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But everybody wants to see you do it on the high school level.
Facts.
So, you know what I mean? I came in, like I told y'all, I won already. You know what I mean? I won a prep school title. So
and started all games at Lawerence Academy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just had to throw that in there and make sure.
Yeah, definitely.
People.
So, I just wanted to win with my guys. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, I really love my guys.
Facts.
So,
different when you get it with people from your neighborhood.
Right. You know what I mean? So, at the same time, we was doing our thing. You know what I mean? We was 10-0. Our win margin was 37 a game. We just had beat Hyde Park by 98.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Nesson was going to do a big story on us. Follow us home.
And this is your sophomore year?
This is now I'm a junior.
Okay.
Now I'm a junior.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because my sophomore year, English lost in the state title game by 1 to St. John's.
Okay.
So now it's my junior year.
Yep.
And I'm ready to play. And
Mike McGee and them is still there too.
Yep, Mike McGee it's me, Mike McGee, Jay Smith, Justin Dick, Mama D Tonguino, Shooter Rich, Gary Holman, Jamal Sinelli, Greg Laguerre, Baby Lamb, Dominique Lamb, and Joel Gonzalez.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Y'all started off the season 10-0?
10-0. Win margin was 37 a game. And our season kind of got sidetracked by an incident that happened. You know what I mean? To Mike McGee and Jay Smith, they didn't finish out the season due to a speculation of a robbery.
Yeah.
So they got kicked off the team. When you got 45 points missing, you know what I mean? You got one who's averaging about 24, 25. Mike's averaging about 21. You know what I mean? That's 45 points missing. You know what I mean? So
is it true he really used to slap the backboard after a dunk and the ref tell him stop and he do it again?
All of us did it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you did it too?
That was my thing. I know that was my thing. I love it. I got a lot of texts like that back in my day, hanging on the rim.
Just your playing days, man.
Yeah. Some of us were ignorant.
Sorry, but you learned. That's the important part.
Yeah, trial and error.
Yeah, exactly.
Trial and error.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so who was y'all rival at English?
Charlestown. I
And
mean,
did y'all get the best of them?
Charlestown was our rival because we knew we was gonna end up playing them. They was on the other side. The other division, but
Yeah.
we knew we was gonna eventually play them. We knew we were both ranked number 1, number 2 in the state. You know what I mean? So we knew it was inevitable.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about our conference, it's the Burke. You know what I mean? The Battle of the Bulldogs.
Was this is not Bunny Jefferson?
Nah, this is Joe Benson, Alex Sawomi.
Okay.
Alex Sawomi went to Georgetown and then eventually transferred to Alcorn State. And Joe Benson never went D1, but
Was super nice.
Was super nice, was super elite at a young age. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about like elite at like 12, 13. Was like a man child. You know what I mean? But shout out to Joe too, because he also taught me how to dunk on people.
Wow.
Real talk.
How many bodies you done caught? When we talking dunks.
I got a lot of bodies, man. But
Favorite one, and against what team was it? Because I know you ain't gonna really remember the player.
nah, but my favorite, I have to say an out of bounds lob I caught. I was probably about 15, 16. Tabor, we had a tournament at Tabor Academy. I was at Lawerence Academy. Matter of fact,
Yep.
I was at Lawerence Academy, but I was home for a vacation, and I had went to a tournament with Pumpkin that was at Tabor Academy, and we ran this play called Boston, and it was basically an out of bounds lob play. You know what I mean? For whoever to catch a dunk on somebody's head.
Yeah.
So that whole tournament, the actual Boston play, I kept missing.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it so bad. I was doing it. I was trying to dunk it too hard.
Yeah.
So I was missing, and the championship game came, and one of the older BABC players who went to Tabor, my guy Dez, who ended up going to New Mexico State. Shout out to Dez.
Shout out to Dez.
I mean, he was like, "Yo, AD, you gonna make one?" I'm like, "You know what? I got you.
Right here.
I promise you, I got you. This is the championship too. I got you." So, like I said, we ran an out of bounds play, and this is like almost every time. Like it was like without a question, we was gonna run it.
That's what y'all running.
Yep. No, what it was Mike McGee catch the ball out of bounds. We had 2 different ways. When people wasn't onto it, I'll just go straight down the lane and jump, get it. But then people started getting hit.
So you had the screen.
Nah, we sent somebody else down. And then once they go, I'm coming right after.
What?
So, like I said, Mike McGee threw me a lob, and it was like 3 people underneath there. And I remember the year and everything, 1998. And I dunked it. Should have been an and one, wasn't an and one. I pulled myself up on the rim, tapped the glass. And if y'all remember in 1998, the Atlanta Falcons was nasty.
Yeah. Mike Vick had them on Smash.
Nah,
He wasn't there yet?
Jamal Anderson,
Oh, okay.
the Dirty Bird. I did the Dirty Bird after I dunked on them 3 guys and got a tuck.
That's crazy.
Oh man. Okay, so junior year, did y'all how successful was the team? Did y'all
We lost to.
Did y'all win cities?
We lost the city championship to Charlestown. Charlestown got their first city championship of that era against us, and that's the Tony Chapman, the Rashid Al-Khalim,
Drew,
Andrew Angus.
Yep.
You have
Corey Boston.
Yep, Corey Boston, El Ray Taylor,
Rest in
Keon Crump, James. Rest in peace, Richard Jones.
Yep.
Derek Coleman was on that team. Little Mouse, Marcus Jones was on that team.
It was stacked.
Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, Charlestown and English had the most talent, and then I would say Eastie and the Burke was right
behind y'all.
right behind us. Eastie had Will Blaylock, you know what I mean? Like I said, the Burke had Alex Iwomi and Joe Benson, and those were, and it's funny because those were the 4 teams in the cities that year.
Okay. So y'all lost in states though.
We lost to Newton South, game before the Garden.
Well, Fleet Center at the time, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was the Fleet Center at the time. But yeah, we lost the game before the Garden at the Shelburne. Newton South.
Damn, they were having state playoff games at the Shelburne?
Yeah.
Wow.
They ran this like complicated zone against me. So everywhere I went, I always had 2 or 3 plays on me. They took the ball out of my hand, and we lost. I think we lost by like 11, 49-60. And like I think I had like 20 points. Yeah. But at that time, that's like a bad game for me. You know what I mean? Because I was averaging like 25.
Yeah.
So I didn't get.
So you fell a little under.
Yeah. When you don't get your numbers in playoff games, things of that nature, kind of fall short. Yeah. I mean, you underperform. I mean, a lot of us don't want to admit it, but it is what it is. Like, I know. I mean, I still made the papers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Fact.
But if you want to just talk about your, evaluate your performance, like, I'll give myself a C. You know what I mean? Like, I expected 30, 30, 10, and 5. That's.
You know what I respected about your era too is wherever y'all went, y'all made noise. It didn't matter where it was at.
I think that's because we was taught that. Like, you know what I mean? Some eras are taught differently. Yeah. Like, and I noticed that, like, I'm from the 90s and early 2000 era, 90s era, 2000 era, like, it's a lot of rah, a lot of heart, a lot of passion. A lot of kids from the inner city are the most talented. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, if you look at, most of the talent in the state of Massachusetts, it's on the outskirts of Boston.
It is.
You know what I mean? Okay, like the number 1 player in the land is from Brockton. Little AJ's from Brockton.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Outside of Boston.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
He tough as nails.
Yeah.
But he ain't really ours.
Right. He's ours because he's from Mass.
Yeah.
But he's Brockton's.
He's Brockton.
He repping 508 and he reps it hard and he's supposed to.
As he should.
Fact. You know what I mean? But he's the next guy. Like, to me, AJ's probably, he's the most talented kid we had since Terrence.
Yep,
you know
absolutely.
I mean? But I also think, like, his talent is, like so exclusive. Like, he's one of the most talented kids we had in Massachusetts in the last 30 years.
That says a lot. Okay. So going into your senior year, what was that like? Did y'all turn it around? Did y'all get deep in the state tournament this time, or was it the same thing? You kind of tripped up in.
Nope. So let me go into it. So my senior year, I didn't even play.
You didn't play the whole season?
Nah, I got kicked off the team.
Damn.
So I was going into my senior year. I had a lot of schools looking at me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people knew that I was either going to go to Auburn or George Mason. You know what I mean? Like, quiet as kept, those were my 2 choices. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was still waiting for Virginia Tech as well. They was in the because at the time Virginia Tech was still in the Big East. Yeah. So I should have just committed, you know what I mean, to Auburn, but I didn't. Like I said, my childhood dream was to play in the Big East. Yeah. So I was waiting for V-Tech.
You wanted that.
Right. So I knew if I played my senior year, I could sign late. I mean, I ain't got to sign early. You know what I mean? Like I told you, a lot of people do sign early because you want to get that out the way. Pressure out, you know where you're going. Now you can just concentrate on your high school run. For me, I just knew that we were so dominant and good that I could I could even raise my stock. So I didn't commit to nobody. And like I told y'all, I got kicked off the team. We had a scrimmage January 2nd, 2002, against Andover. At the time, Andover was a powerhouse.
Yep.
They had my guy, Tommy McLaughlin. He ended up going to Princeton.
Wow. That's tough.
And then they had my man, Chris Vetrano. I don't know originally what school he went to, but I know he ended up transferring to St. Anselm's. He put on a show. Cause I played him when I went to my Division II. And I actually didn't play, but he played my school, and he had 42.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shout out to my guy, Chris Vetrano. He could shoot it. Always a good guy.
Shout out to him.
But yeah, man.
You didn't play because you was ineligible, or?
Nah, so we had a scrimmage, and my senior year, which was my 5th year of high school, I needed a waiver to play.
Yeah.
And when I applied for my waiver in the fall, I got denied. I got denied my basketball waiver, but I got a waiver to play every sport except basketball. And then, but this is the funny thing. This is the kicker. You know, they usually give you a reason when they deny you.
Facts.
So when they denied me, they told me I dominated MIA basketball for 4 years. So they told me I didn't need to play.
Wow.
So I can't. We knew that I was gonna have to reapply for a waiver.
Yeah. So
we was gonna do it right before basketball season. Like I said, we're in a scrimmage against Andover, and I'm not starting. You know what I mean? And I had New Hampshire in the stands to see me. I had BC in the stands to see me. A few other schools. You know what I mean? Why am I not starting? You know what I mean? Mind you, my junior year, I just made All-State. I just made All-Scholastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And was an all-star.
Right. And I won All-Star MVP that year. You know what I mean? So, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? That's how I felt. So, I eventually got in the game.
You said a scrimmage, right?
Yeah, scrimmage against Andover. Yeah. We went up and down. I scored my first shot. I missed my second. It was a floater. When we had timeouts, we were trained to run to the huddle.
Yeah.
I was soaking about my missed shot. I trotted to the huddle.
Yeah.
So, you know, my coach, Barry Robinson, tried to make a mockery out of me. You know what I mean? So I made a mockery out of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, long story short, I eventually took my sneakers off, took my jersey off, took my shorts off, threw it on the court, and went up to the New Hampshire scout that was there, my guy, Coach Hilliard, and just kicked it with him. Because Hilliard was from the hood. Hilliard was from Mattapan. So he kind of knew me, and, you know, he knows all of us. You know what I mean? He's from the city. You know what I mean? And he's recruiting me. And, you know, he seen me getting out of, like, you know, he seen me blowing up. So he was trying to, you know, nip it in the butt. So eventually, I don't even know what happened in the scrimmage. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. To this day. That was over 20 years ago. I don't know if we won the scrimmage or not.
Your mind was off.
Yeah, my mind was so, I was done.
Yeah.
So I remember getting off, you know, back in the day, you know, you get on the school bus. We get off the school bus, you know, at like somewhere on the Orange Line. You know what I mean? I told you I'm from Wainwright, so I had to get on the bus.
Yeah.
You know, at English, we had 6 a.m. practices, 6 a.m. workouts. So I go. He told, matter of fact, before I even got off the bus, he was like, yo, don't come to the 6 a.m. workout. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I come, he had a rule for us when we do come check in the school.
Yeah.
When we go to school, we got to check in with him.
Yeah.
I mean, so I go to my office. I go to his office, and he got all my stuff in a garbage bag. He cleaned out my locker. So he was like, yeah, this is your stuff. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 boom. So I just took it. Like, all right, cool. So you know, season's coming. Season's approaching. Jay Smith, Mike McGee, like, yo, you ain't gonna talk to Rob? Like, hell no. Like, I'm tired of him treating me like this. There's no reason for him to treat me like this. You know what I mean? I done everything he asked of me.
Facts.
Yeah, I ain't never got into it like before.
I mean, at the end of the day, not only Rob was my high school coach, he's my AAU coach too. You know what I mean? So he knows me.
Facts.
I mean, he knows who I am. He knows my attitude. He knows how he could deal with me. He knows what ticks me off. You know what I mean? He knows me. You know what I mean? Barry Robinson knew me ever since 6th grade. You know what I mean? Barry Robinson recruited me from the Washington Irving Middle School. So he knew all about me. You know what I mean? And we're in 2023, and I still don't got answers why he kicked me off the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I still go support English. You know what I mean? All that. But I don't know why he kicked me off the team. I mean, don't get me wrong. What I did was disrespectful.
So on my fault, what you saying? You say what you did was kind of out of line.
Yeah,
but
it was disrespectful. But you know me, I'm a young 17, 18-year-old young man. You know what I mean? Who's obviously playing in a game that he's passionate about, and then I'm not getting to illustrate my talents how I'm supposed to.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't wait till my senior year to get babied and patient and not being able to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be done my freshman year.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I don't think I was supposed to get kicked off the team. Should I have been punished? Oh, most definitely.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But kicked off the team? Nah.
That's a little bit too much.
Right. Especially y'all all Scholastic.
All-star, MVP.
Right. Why would you want him off your team? You know what I mean? So my senior year I didn't play. So now when coaches is calling, how's Anthony doing? I don't know what Barry Robinson's saying.
Facts.
I don't know. You know what I mean? So, and at that time, as a young man, you trust people around you.
Facts.
I gave him my whole control of my recruitment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now, I'm trying to play catch up. Is all the schools who's recruiting me, I'm hitting them up, but they're not responding. I'm like, why the hell? Like,
and who were some of the schools that did recruit you that you had on the list?
like I said, I narrowed my choices down to George Mason, Auburn, and Virginia Tech. But I had over 30 offers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some of the things I've done. Then, like I said, I don't know what Barry Robinson ever said to these coaches.
Yeah.
I can't get offered by all these schools, and then now nobody wants me.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
And not only that, I'm a high school qualifier. So I don't need to go to junior college. For those who don't know what high school qualifier is, I could get a scholarship immediately. Yeah. I could go to any Division I school at the time and play immediately.
Well, who knows though? He probably wanted you to sign with somebody, but
no, that could be part of it, because at the end of the day, Northeastern was recruiting me hard, and I don't know how true it is, but I did hear that he had a job offer from Northeastern. But I think that was also, like I said, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
This is just my opinion, but I think he had to bring in a player like myself for him in order for him to get that coaching job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, the coach, Coach Everhart, the head coach, he told me to my face, I think you should go to school out of state. And He told me that because he thinks that I'm gonna get in too much trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On some of the things I done, that I was doing, that he heard I was doing. You know, some of it was true, some of it wasn't. But at the end of the day, I'm an investment. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard for a person to try to invest in you, and you got all these red flags. You know what I mean? So
Nah, I feel that.
that's what that was. So my senior year, I did my thing, graduated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking like, my shit don't stink. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, somebody's gonna offer me.
Yeah. Somebody want me.
Somebody gonna offer me. You know what I mean? I want to say like maybe like the last 2 weeks of August. Nobody was hitting me up still. So, I remember going to a tournament at the league school.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was out the mix too. I wasn't even playing in tournaments. You know what I mean? And my guy Will Blaylock and Booby Jackson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, they was like, "Yo, AD, where you going?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I thought you was gonna go to Auburn. I'm like, shit.
I shoulda.
Word.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Facts.
So, Will Blaylock at the time was doing a postgraduate year at Notre Dame, and I tried to get to go to Notre Dame, but everything was fine. I was supposed to be Will Blaylock's roommate. Then all of a sudden, the coach calls me and tells me he don't think that I'm a good fit anymore. So I took it as he spoke to my high school coach.
Yeah. Facts.
And he badmouthed me. You know what I mean? Kind of gave me the black eye. You know what I mean? Now
yeah.
I got the black eye now. So I hit up my big bro, Eggy McCrae. Shout out my guy, Eggy McCrae.
Shout out to him, man.
I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, yo. Like, everybody's shocked. You know what I mean? So, matter of fact, before I even go to Eggy McCrae, I go to my big bro, Leroy James, from my hood.
Yeah.
So I tell him, like, yo, bro, I ain't got no school to go to. He was like, not even a D2? I'm like, yo, bro, not even a Division II school. You know what I mean? So he gets me connected to Pete Washington. Pete Washington was a AAU coach for the YBC. But he also, you know what I mean, was always in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always showed love. So I met him at the Matterhunt. Okay, he was working at the Matterhunt at that time. I met him at the Matterhunt. I can't tell you what schools. I can't remember the schools he called.
Yeah.
But I know he called about 5 or 7 schools. All 5 or 7 schools was surprised that I wasn't signed yet. You know what I mean? So this is late now. So most schools don't got no money. They ain't got no scholarships.
Yeah.
So it was like 0 for 5 or 0 for 6, whatever, how many schools it was a no-go. So then I hit up my big bro, Eggy McCrae. So my man, Eggy McCrae, you know what I mean, he played Division I basketball too at UTEP. And I know he had connections. You know what I mean? And I also knew that he went the JUCO route because I kind of figured that I'm at a point now that I might have to go to JUCO.
Yeah.
So he called his man, Mike Gillespie. He actually played for him at Tallahassee Community College. He was the coach at Florida A&M at the time.
Oh, okay.
So he puts me on the phone with Mike Gillespie. Mike knows me. You know what I mean? He basically said the same thing as mostly all the schools. Like, I thought you would have been signed by now. Obviously, I'm not.
Yep.
So he was like, no, I'm gonna do you a favor. You know what I mean, I don't have no money right now. Because if I had money, I would have signed you right here, right now.
Word.
So what I can do for you is I can send you to a junior college in Florida. You don't even got to play. All you got to do is just keep your grades up for first semester, and then you can come to FAMU after. I'm like, word? He's like, yeah. And he was like, I know you're bigger than FAMU. If you get other looks, you can sign in them too. So I'm like, oh, word. So I ended up going to the University of Florida Community College of Jacksonville. I mean,
How was that experience?
at first it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, went down there, open runs, I'm killing. I mean,
So it wasn't a hard adjustment at all.
nah.
Okay.
I mean, so then, well, it started off good.
Yeah.
So then, a kid from Boston and Florida,
Man, Sonny done.
I was going.
He from Florida.
You know what I mean? I was going crazy.
Yeah.
In Jacksonville, going crazy. You know what I mean? So,
That's really where the Spanish mommies is at, bruh.
and my coach, you know what I mean? You know, you can see you get midterm grades. I got 4 Fs and 1 A, but you got to hear me out though.
What you got an A in?
I got the A in computer
That's
in a computer
legit.
course.
That's legit.
Right? But the Fs that I had, right? I told my professors at the time, like, yo, y'all can't give me those Fs because we didn't get no work yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So instead of giving me an incomplete or just not giving me a grade at all, they gave me Fs. Why would y'all give me Fs instead of giving me A's?
Word.
If we haven't earned anything yet. So they gave me 4 Fs, yo, right? So
It's crazy.
in the state of Florida, at the time, I don't know if it's still like that, but in the state of Florida, they don't have dorms for junior colleges. You know, you basically gotta get
In the hotel.
side contracts to like apartments.
Oh, okay.
So our contract was with Melrose Apartments. Melrose Apartments was right across from the University of North Florida. You know what I mean? So he took my fucking scholarship. Mind you, that's illegal. Midterm grades is not your final grades. You can't take my you can't take my scholarship. So I blacked on him, went crazy, and left. You know what I mean? So when I left, now I'm back in the hood trapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just selling weed. That April of 2003, you know what I mean, I got shot. You know what I mean? In my left forearm. You know what I mean? With a hollow tip bullet. You know, a lot of people, some people might not know what hollow tips are. Hollow tips are bullets that blow up inside you. You know what I mean? So
those are nothing to play with, man.
exactly. So I got shot in my left forearm, and now I got nerve damage. So now I got nerve damage. My name's already messed up in the streets, the basketball world.
Yeah.
Now when they hear that I got shot, what do you think gonna happen now?
that's
know what I mean? So now it's like I gotta start from scratch again. So, you know, like I told you, I got shot with a hollow tip bullet. I had nerve damage in my forearm. So, you know, I had to do therapy for like a month or 2. And I just remember during therapy, I was just like, yo, I might not be the same. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I got nerve damage. So, you know, I wasn't thinking positive. I was, you know, it was all negative at the time.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, damn, this basketball shit might be really done for me. You know what I mean? So, after my rehab, I started hooping again. I played in right down on Norfolk Street, Norfolk Park, the Boy Fam League. The Boy Fam League used to be a poppin' men's league in the summertime. One of the dope
toughest ones in the city.
Yeah, in the men's leagues in the early 2000s. So you know, I go to that league. I'll never forget my first game. You know what I mean? I shot 5 for 15. You know what I mean? I struggled. Had 14 points. I struggled. You know what I mean? And my guy Jay Smith is like, yo, you fucking suck, nigga. I'm like, the fuck you say?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, yo, you fucking suck. I was like, oh, dog, you should have never fucking said that. But I needed that. You know what I mean? I needed the motivation. You know what I mean? And then it just so happened the next game we played his squad. And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, cuz, listen to me. I'm I'm gonna fucking destroy y'all just for y'all saying this shit.
Word.
You know what I mean? And like, I got it back. I had a 30-point game. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, I'm back. So then, you know, I'm starting to feel myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gain that confidence
Gain
back.
the confidence back. I'm still think I could go D1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, I could go D1.
Yeah.
So my guy, Terrence Francis, you know what I mean, his coach, Coach First, he had got a Division I job.
So you still like what, 18 at the time?
I'm 19 now.
19.
I'm 19 now. But matter of fact, I had just turned 20.
Okay.
I just had turned 20. 'Cause I got shot in April. My birthday's in March. I just had turned 20. So we I forgot where we was at, bro.
You was talking. Damn, I had just forgot what was. I had it too. Damn.
You had it too.
But you was saying your man's was.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, my man Jay Smith.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
yep.
He gave me the motivation. You know what I mean? He motivated me. I had, like I said, I had a 30-point game. Yep, I had a 30-point game. You know what I mean? And I felt like I was back.
Yeah.
Like I said, I felt like I could still go D1 now.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I still got hope. Like, I hope someone see this shit. You know what I mean? Spread the word to somebody. You know what I mean? Because I got a name.
Yeah.
So, like I said, my man Terrence Francis, his coaches got the job at St. Bonaventure. So he calls me. So I'm like, oh shit. He's like, yo, I think you could play in the A10. I'm like, shit, I know I could play in the A10. He was like, yo, the head coach is Anthony Solomon. And Anthony Solomon was the person who recruited my guy Terrence Francis to go to Notre Dame. So I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, you know Anthony Solomon, he knows you too. I'm like, yeah, I know Mr. Coach Solomon. I know him very well. You know what I mean? So they were just telling me like, yo, just send your transcript and stuff like that, and we're gonna see if it's official. So I started playing the I don't even think they got this league anymore, the Yo Boston League. Yo Boston used to be at the Shelburne. You know what I mean? So we're playing in the Yo Boston League, and I'm in the championship. And after the championship, my guy Paul Rogers comes up to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, yo, I'm the coach at Bunker Hill. I laughed.
Yeah.
Like, yo, cuz I ain't going to no fucking Bunker Hill, cuz. Fucking wrong.
Word. We used to do that as kids, bro. We used to be like, yeah, you going to Bunker.
Like,
Yeah, you going to Roxbury Community College,
like,
bro.
yo, like, man, what the fuck wrong with you, cuz?
Facts.
Ain't going to no motherfucking Bunker Hill. So then a couple of my teammates, you know what I mean, I was playing with, they was going to Bunker Hill.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers set me up. Like, oh, this was like y'all little, know what I mean? Your coach trying to get y'all to do all the dumb shit. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I'm seeing, you know, the actual people. You know, my guy Eric Downey's going to Bunker Hill. Clet Selly's going to Bunker Hill. Andrew Angus is at Bunker Hill.
Yep.
So I'm like, yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah.
But then I'm still ain't sold on it. I'm like, yeah, man, I can go fucking D1. I might fuck with St. Bonaventure, right? So one day, my mom and pops, they had went to DR. I mean, cause my mom's a travel agent, a retired travel agent.
Yeah.
So my mom and pops had went to DR for a vacation. You know what I mean? And my pops had called the house, you know, just check up on the house and shit, making sure I ain't fucking going crazy, having parties and shit like that. So he's like, yo, what the fuck are you gonna do? I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, school, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, shit, I don't know. He's like, well, let me tell you this. If you don't go to school, you're getting a job. I said, motherfucker, I ain't fucking working shit but the block. He's like, what? I said, I'm not getting no fucking job. Not right now. Well, if you don't want a fucking job, you better go to school. I'm like, fuck. So then, you know what I mean? Like, me, my kryptonite was my grandmother, my nana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell my grandmother and nana what I've been doing. You know what I mean? Because I get everything from them. So he threatened me, like, yo, if you don't fucking go to school, I'm going to tell your grandmother.
Yeah.
Don't get your
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Word.
You know what I mean? I even hung up the phone on him. As soon as he said it, like, yo, I'm just going to call your grandmother. Bang. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, let me sign up.
So then I called my big bro, Leroy James. Like, yo, bro, I gotta go fucking school, bro. I got enrolled somewhere. He was like,
Give me the bunker, man.
He's like, why? I'm like, yo, bro, my parents just like threatening me and shit, talking about working and shit. Dog, ain't nobody fucking working, bro.
Word.
You know what I mean? So he's like, yo, what you gonna do? And I'm like, yo, bro, tomorrow, yo, we just gotta go to the local junior colleges. We go to RCC in Bunker Hill real quick. Bang. So I want to say like maybe like 2 hours later, my Aunt Carol calls me. My Aunt Carol works at RCC. So my aunt's like, no, hey, baby. I'm like, what's going on, auntie? She's like, you know RCC wants you to come here, right? I'm like, so? You know what I mean? She's like, you don't have to pay for anything, right? At the time, now
It's free.
it's free. It wasn't free back then. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, you ain't got to pay for nothing. The books, you could just use me. It's like you're getting a grant. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, auntie, on some real shit, I can't go to Roxbury. She's like, why, baby? I'm like, I feel some type of way about me getting shot. And I
Yeah.
know me. I'm more likely to see people in Roxbury than I am in Charlestown.
Facts.
And I don't run from beef, so I can't concentrate at school if I'm always going to be looking over my shoulder. Or I got to bring a gun to school for me to be able to do my work.
Facts.
So I told her, no, I ain't going to RCC. So now it's at a point like, shit, you just limit your choices. What you going to do? So I enrolled into Bunker Hill. My man Leroy James brought me up there. I met with, at the time, the athletic director, Chris Jones. Shout out to Chris Jones.
Shout out to him.
He knew who I was, too, when I first walked in because, we locked eyes.
Yeah.
But he was actually with he was also the girls' basketball coach at the time. So he was with one of his players. So the secretary I was dealing with sent me right to his office.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we go to his office. He basically breaks me down like, yo, I know who you are. I know you're Anthony Davis. You know what I mean? I know you was nationally ranked. I know you was all state. I know you smoke weed. I know you sell weed. You know what I mean?
He knew everything.
Why should we take a risk on you? You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, everything you said is true, but you forgot a few things. He's like, what's that? I'm like, 1, I'm a fucking winner. 2, I'm a high school qualifier. You know what I mean? So he laughs. You know what I mean? Because when you're in junior college, most kids ain't high school qualifiers. You know what I mean? You go to junior college because you don't have grades.
Yeah.
I actually have grades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just need to fix my resume.
Yeah. Type shit.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just got to build my resume back up. So, he's telling me, this and that. And I'm telling him, like, yo, I'm a fucking winner. You know what I mean? I have great grades. And I'm already, I've already been cleared through the clearinghouse. For those who don't know what the clearinghouse is, in order for you to get a scholarship, you have to go through the clearinghouse to get a scholarship, whether it be D1 or Division II. That's how you find out if you're eligible through the clearinghouse. So, you know what I mean? He was impressed of what I said. So that after he tried to pull my card, so he's like, you know what? I want you to meet me up here tomorrow with your and we're gonna see if you pass the clearinghouse. So I'm like, bet. So I come up there. I think my appointment was at 10. I got there at 9:30. So he's like, oh, you serious? I'm like, yeah. Call the clearinghouse number. He called the clearinghouse number. He finds out I'm eligible.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. So this is my plan, my guy. I'm one and done. I'm getting 24 credits. And I'm going Division I. He laughed again. Like, you think it's that easy? I'm like, it's definitely that easy. I was like, you know who I am.
Facts.
If you know who I am, it should be that easy. I was like, I had over 30 offers my senior year. You can't tell me I ain't good for one of those.
Facts. At least 3.
You can't tell me I ain't good for one of those. 1 out of 30?
At least 3.
Come on. I could get one out of those 30s. So, eventually, you know what I mean, I ended up going to Bunker Hill. You know what I mean? I did my thing at Bunker Hill. I had probably one of the greatest single individual seasons ever.
How much you average?
27.
How much is this?
27, 7 to 7.
And what was your highest scoring game?
45. 45.
And you stayed there for 1 year.
1 year. 1 year and done.
And who offered you?
I went to the University of Maryland Eastern Shore.
Division One.
Division One.
HBCU, right?
HBCU.
Okay.
Texas word.
The MEAC conference. You know what I mean? And what it was for me was I told myself I was gonna make that same mistake I made when I was getting recruited as a junior and senior. Like the first school who offers me a scholarship, I'm a sign. You know what I mean? So I signed to Maryland Eastern Shore, and that same day, 8 other schools tried to get me out mine. Try to get me to decommit and go to their school. You know what I mean? But I chose Maryland Eastern Shore because, like I said, I was a man of my word. They offered me first.
And you took it.
I took it. I mean, my childhood dream came true. You know what I mean?
What was them other schools though?
New Hampshire, University of New Hampshire, Portland State, San Jose State,
Okay.
Fresno State, a lot of West Coast schools. Those are probably the ones I remember. But yeah, I know Portland State, New Hampshire, BU was another school. And
So had you waited, who would you sign with though?
it's hard to say now, man. If I could do it all over again, I probably would have went to Portland State. If I could do it all over again.
Okay.
And yeah, matter of fact, I take that back.
I say, wow, Portland though. I was about to say that.
Yo, that's one of the cleanest cities I ever been to in my life, bro. Like I seen the winds blowing and no garbage coming out the trash. Like, it's crazy how clean Portland is, bro.
Yo, they keep their streets clean.
Like that's one of the cleanest cities I ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
Like, it's so clean out there. But I would have to say Fresno State.
Yeah.
Cause I spoke to all the coaches from them. I really vibed with them. And it's Cali, yo.
Yeah, I was gonna say
and it's Cali.
that's the best name I heard from your lips. Like
Know what I mean?
Fresno State.
But this is a true. But how about this though? My first Division I game was against Fresno State.
Wow. How much you dropped?
I didn't score my first Division I game. My second Division I game I scored against Virginia Tech, and they also recruited me.
Yes. And how much you put up on them?
6. I had 6 points.
You started though? What? You ain't started?
Nah, I didn't start that game.
You had
I
to
was
work
your.
you okay, so you
Matter of fact, I started at Fresno. And he took me out the lineup, and I became the 6th man.
And you went there going as a junior or a sophomore?
I was a sophomore in college.
Okay.
At Maryland Eastern Shore. I ended up going to Maryland Eastern Shore for 2 years, and then I finished up at Bridgeport, University of Bridgeport.
Okay.
Did my thing at Bridgeport.
How was it? What was your best game at Northeastern Shore?
Maryland Eastern Shore.
Maryland Eastern Shore, Charlotte.
Maryland Eastern Shore. My best game at Maryland Eastern Shore. I think I scored I think it was 13, but I hit 13 like 4 or 5 different times. I it's funny because my pops used to joke about this with me. Like I scored like 13 like 4 times, right? And then I scored like in the midst of the season, I had like a streak of like scoring 9 points, like 10 straight games, like 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. My pop's like, yo, when you gonna hit double figures? I'm like, yo.
But you wasn't getting no minutes or what?
Nah, I got minutes. Like I said, I was a starter and I was a 6th man. But when you go to college, you know what I mean?
It's a little different.
Right. When you go D1, right? Even if you go look at the Division I leaders, not early, but like if you look at like their whole season, they ain't 20 point scorers.
Yeah, there ain't.
You don't
There
average.
ain't.
You don't average 20 because everything is so team oriented.
Facts.
I mean, everything is all about
Everybody eat.
Everything is about team in college. You know what I mean? If you can't put everything together as a team, you will not play. You know what I mean? Like for me, I was a scorer coming into
College.
coming into college. When I was in college, I was a shooter. And shooting is my weakest part of my game. But if you want to play, what are you going to do?
Facts.
You know what I mean? So you gotta. That's how you tell. That's why I try to tell people. That's when you know you nice. When somebody because.
But you was coming in playing guard, right?
Yeah, I still play point guard, shooting guard. You know what I mean? I still play both, but you know what I mean? Like in high school and junior college, I used to be able to shoot 18, 22 shots a game.
Yeah.
I might not get up 22 shots in 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. It's more like
I mean-
4 or 5.
Right. You know what I mean? When you that guy, you know what I mean?
You get that.
You get that, but at the same time, when you that guy, you might average like 16 points a game. Like a person who averaged, like, I put it to you like this. Like Andre Iguodala, he just graduated. I mean, he just retired from the NBA. Andre Iguodala at Arizona
So
averaged,
yeah, Iggy, you said my fault, man.
yeah, like Iguodala, like, you know, you look at his career at Arizona, you know, he was one and done. Iguodala didn't even average 10 points a game.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Still went lottery.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. Like, I'll give you another example. Same person with my name, Anthony Davis.
Yep.
Anthony Davis was the number 1 pick. Anthony Davis didn't even average 15 points a game at Kentucky.
At all.
He took the 4th most shots in the starting lineup. You know what I mean? Michael Gilchrist was their leading scorer. You know what I mean?
They had some dudes.
Right. College, like, that's how, like, college basketball is all team oriented.
Everybody got to eat.
Unless it's just that one guy. And
He's just like that, like an Anthony Edwards.
exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Okay, so so you played at Maryland Eastern Shore.
Yep.
I got it right?
Yep, played at Maryland Eastern Shore.
For 2 years?
Yep. And then
You finished up at,
University of Bridgeport.
and how did you do there?
We did our thing. We lost in the
What made you leave? What made you leave the HBCU?
losing.
Y'all was losing a lot?
Yeah.
So no win in the conference.
No one in the conference, no cutting down the nets, losing first round in the conference tournament every year. You know what I mean? Not winning 10 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That hurts. You know what I mean? When you know everything you working hard for and you're losing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, it really sucks.
So that's what made you go to Bridgeport?
Yeah.
And they're Division 1 as well?
Nah, they're Division 2.
Okay.
University of Bridgeport, Manu Bow.
But they're but they're high D2.
Nah, yeah, they're like when I was there, they was a powerhouse.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
When I was there, like we was nationally ranked.
Mm-hmm.
We lost in the Sweet 16 to the number 1 team in the country, Bentley.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Bentley was undefeated for 2 years in a row.
Bentley, yeah.
And lost in the Final Four both years.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I had a good career. After my Bridgeport days,
What did you major in college?
social sciences.
Okay.
Social sciences. It's crazy because when you chasing your career, sometimes you don't think about your education as you should.
Facts.
And I wish I did, because if I did, I would have majored in communications. You know what I mean?
I jumped out of that and went to sports management, even though I didn't finish.
Now it's crazy because when I was at Maryland Eastern Shore, I was majoring in exercise science to be a trainer, but the University of Bridgeport didn't have that major.
Oh, man.
So
That would have set you up nice.
right. So once I seen, I knew I had mad credits. So I went to my guidance counselor at Bridgeport. Like, I know I could graduate. Like, oh, you definitely could graduate right now with
Yeah.
a social science degree. I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. So
Graduated from Bridgeport.
graduated from the University of Bridgeport. Thought was gonna go overseas to Germany. You know what I mean? I had a contract set up and everything. You know what I mean? And I got in some trouble. You know what I mean? I caught a case. My passport was taken. You know what I mean? So I came back to Boston.
Yeah.
I had my daughter. So
So that happened out over there. I was finna
in Connecticut.
Okay.
Yep. You know what I mean? And because it happened out of state, you know what I mean, they made a mockery out of me. You know what I mean? Took my passport. Mind you, this is my first ever case. You know what I mean? I just had graduated. So I just took it as like they just made an example out of me. You know what I mean? And my pro career was short-lived.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think everything happens for a purpose, because at the end of the day, I had my daughter. You know what I mean? And my daughter was born with complications. You know what I mean? My daughter has hydrocephalus. A lot of people don't know what hydrocephalus is, but hydrocephalus is when you have extra spinal fluid in your brain. It causes many complications, from being blind to not being able to walk.
Yeah.
You know, so there's no cure for it besides brain surgery. And after you have a brain surgery, they put a shunt in your head, and that's the only thing that could prevent hydrocephalus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I'm learning now, because I'm part of a case study, is you could get hydrocephalus before birth, after birth, our age, when you get older, but there's no cure for it. And over 1 million people in the United States have it. So
So you could have it and you don't know it?
Nah, you eventually catch on to it, because like the complications of it, it's like, for example, let's say one of us was to get it.
I don't know the complications
like our motor skills might be delayed. Something drastic will happen to you, and it'll make you go to the hospital. Or if you do get hydrocephalus, usually it's an infection too. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have immediate brain surgery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you gonna know. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
So you definitely gonna know.
Damn.
But doing this, I met people, with hydrocephalus who I just met a lady who had hydrocephalus, and she's 30 years old, had the brain surgery. Now she doesn't have hydrocephalus no more. But she didn't get it till she was 30.
Damn.
Why? You know what I mean? So that's what it is with it. You know what I mean? I'm an advocate for hydrocephalus. My daughter is an advocate as well. My daughter has her own LLC. She's actually sponsored by the Hydrocephalus Association.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
They make brochures for us to hand out to our customers where they can understand and learn about hydrocephalus. Because at the end of the day, the more people learn about it, the more people are aware about it.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
possibly find that damn cure.
Exactly. Just like cancer, just like any other disease that's going on, man. Like, in order for anything to for we could get a cure, money has to be raised. And not only does money have to be raised, but people have to be aware of it.
Facts.
So that's why we're
Just gotta start eating good again, man.
all that takes a toll on it.
You
You know
know?
what I mean? But it's not just eating either. Like, that's the thing. It's like the big question mark. Like, where's Waldo at on the map? Like,
Facts.
we don't know what causes it.
Yeah.
Like, that could cause maybe one person, but what about the next person? Like, for example, one of my neighbors, you know what I mean? Her son had hydrocephalus. He's blind. He walks like a penguin. He's nonverbal. You know what I mean? My daughter doesn't have any of those symptoms. You know what I mean? My daughter is a straight A student. You know what I mean? Has her own LLC. You know?
Repping her brand right now.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Authentic Diva LLC.
Tap in.
Tap in, definitely. We're on a lot of social media sites, Facebook, Authentic Diva LLC, Instagram, Authentic Diva 2022. We're also on TikTok at Authentic Diva 2022. And we have a website. It's on www.authenticdiva.co.
Yes, sir.
C-O,
I'm putting all of that
C-O.
on there so y'all will see it and have it to go up there.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's what Ann Davis is up to now, pretty much holding it down for your daughter.
That's all I do is go to different events, make sure her brand's out.
That's how we met. The pop
Exactly,
up.
the pop up. You know what I mean? But there's a a statement behind my daughter's brand means something. Like, you know, so everybody knows my name is Anthony Davis. My daughter's name is Aubrey Davis, and we're the ADs. My daughter wanted her brand to represent herself and all women, so she took her initials and came up with Authentic Diva because she believes all women are authentic and they're divas. And with her brand, because it is a part of her, so is hydrocephalus, for spreading hydrocephalus awareness. And like I stated before, hydrocephalus is when you have extra spinal fluid in your brain. It can cause many complications. There's no cure for it. Over 1 million people in the United States have it. And we're just trying to bring light on it.
Bring awareness.
Just like her own brand, because it's a part of her. So please go check us out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go check that out. Okay. Coming down to some of the lighter questions. Who's the best player in your opinion from Mass that you saw? This is interesting. I want to hear this.
So,
the best player in my, if while you thinking, I can tell you mine's.
mine is easy. Go ahead though. I'll let you go.
Probably Shabazz, bro. I remember just running to the Lee School to go watch him play. Shabazz was amazing, bro. Every time I saw him play, he never left me unsatisfied.
Are we talking
Muhammad?
Shabazz Napier.
Are we talking about city players?
Muhammad, you know Shabazz.
Are we talking about city players or state of Massachusetts?
Boston.
All right. Okay.
Radio say you gotta do it from Boston because you know what I'm saying. We from here, so.
All right. So, Boston. Ooh. I would have to say he didn't go to the NBA. He didn't play professional. But I did start the podcast letting y'all know he was the reason why I played AAU. And Scott Clark.
Okay. And where did he play out of?
Scott Clark, like I said, Scott Clark went to a lot of schools, man.
What school did you see him play at?
I'll just put it to you like this: when he was a freshman, his freshman year, he averaged 30 at Charlestown.
Oh my gosh!
As a freshman,
Scott Clark.
You know what I mean, top 10 shooting guard in the land in 1997. But yeah, if I would say Boston,
that's who it is, Scott Clark.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say Scott.
Okay. What about you, G? Who's the best player in your opinion you ever saw? You've been all over, so who would you say? You could say either Florida, Boston. You got choices.
The best player I ever saw.
Best player I ever saw.
In my eyes, nigga.
Yes.
Shit. I mean, I didn't get to see him play with Kobe Bryant, nigga.
Well, I got to see Kobe play. I definitely I got to see Kobe play. But well, if you want to talk about just with my own eyes, who the best player?
NBA. Of course, we're gonna pick that. I'm talking about somebody urban, bro. Like
I'll keep it.
You gonna say Kobe, bro? That's given.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it. He went to the NBA, but he's the best scorer I ever seen. DeJuan Wagner,
bruh. Ooh,
DeJuan Wagner,
100 in high school.
DeJuan Wagner.
His son tough too.
Nah, but I'll even give you another story about DeJuan Wagner. When DeJuan Wagner was a sophomore or junior at Nike camp, you know what I mean? And a lot of people who know this, who might not know this, when you go to camps of like Nike camp, Adidas camp, you only play 2 quarters. I mean, first or third, second or fourth. You know what I mean? D. Wagner had 50 in 2 quarters.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And
that's tough.
And then left Nike camp as ranked as the number 1 player. He didn't need to do anymore.
There was nothing left to do.
Yeah, it was like men amongst boys. You know what I mean?
Tough.
DeJuan Wagner is definitely the best scorer I've seen.
Quarters.
That you saw alive and up front, close.
Yeah.
And then
Wagner.
Scott Clark from Boston.
Scott Clark, like to me, was like a protege because I'm a shooting guard / point guard. So like I felt like guys like Scott Clark, Monty Mack, you know what I mean? Like they were like my big cousin Trent Forbes. Like they were like the proteges of shooting guards for me. You know what I mean? So
that's who you looked at.
Right. And like Scott had more range than all of them. Scott used to shoot jump shots from half court. Like I'm talking about real jump shots with people full court pressing them. You know what I mean? All 4 of them.
Shit.
like that.
But yeah,
Right.
I mean,
And that was in the 90s. I mean, Steph Curry's doing that now.
Now
I see
he
my
was
man doing it in the 90s.
90s.
so for me, it was it was a lot of dudes balling, bro. But I was busting ass too. You feel what I'm
I
saying?
knew you was gonna. Whatever, bro. You can answer this next one.
You always gotta throw yourself out
Yeah,
there.
you
Ain't
can
nothing wrong
answer
with
this
that.
next one.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay. What's an album you can listen to with no skips? I'm gonna say mine's first because he's laughing already. I already know why he's laughing because I'm gonna say Drake. I'm gonna listen to Nothing Was the Same or Views.
Oh, man.
I'm not mad at you with Drake. Like, what people gotta understand about Drake, like, I know what people be like, yo, Drake's a rapper. Nah, Drake just makes good music.
He's just a musician, bro.
Drake ain't no rapper.
He's a musician, bro.
He's Don't get into
like,
it with him, bro.
Like,
Just-
yo,
I'm
bro.
saying,
I'm telling you.
he's an
Yeah,
artist.
yo, at the end of the day, right? When you look at his numbers, right, bro?
Nah, his numbers
Drake got the greatest numbers ever.
He do. You can't
Like,
deny that, bro.
I'm with you. I don't think Drake's a rapper. I think he's just a musician, bro. Like, he's not a
Yeah.
rapper. He
It's
he
just
fits
like-
all genres.
Yeah,
like,
he's just like LeBron, kind of like, you know.
Don't
what I'm saying?
do
You ain't
that,
gotta-
bro.
You ain't gotta have.
Don't listen to him, bro. Don't listen to him, bro.
That's what it is.
But what's the album you can
just
listen
got-
to with no skips?
it's a few, but
What's your one favorite?
I'm gonna go old school first. I can listen to Life After Death.
What's your favorite joint on there?
Oh, my favorite. So it's crazy because it switched through times.
Juicy is mine, or Unbelievable.
I like, ooh, yeah,
Is Everyday Struggle on that?
Yeah,
yeah.
Everyday Struggle.
Everyday
man.
Struggle's
That's my
crazy.
thing,
That's
yeah.
your joint?
Yeah.
Okay, G.
Like, yo, when I was a kid, right, my favorite song on there was the Bone Thugs and Harmony song, because I thought Biggie was incredible for rapping on the same.
Oh, okay,
melody.
so that. You did say Life After Death, right?
Yeah, Life
We
After-
thinking of Ready to Die. That's
Oh,
things.
Ready to Die.
So
is,
Life After Death is Niggas Bleed for me.
Oh, niggas. Be
Oh
like
my
us.
gosh, I'm knocking that and the Bone Thugs joint.
Yeah,
Because I feel like-
when I was younger, I just thought I was just so impressed. Like, yo, he don't even rap like that, but
And
he
he-
sound harder than Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Word.
Like, you know what I mean? So I thought that was amazing. You know
That
what I
was
mean?
tough. And Love the Dough
Yep.
with him and Jay. I love
Yup,
that joint.
yup,
I love
yup.
that. So that's one Life After Death. That's a classic. The double album.
Yeah, the double.
Mm-hmm.
Just like even All Eyes on Me is crazy.
You got him now. You ready?
You know what I mean?
Pop fan over there.
You know what I mean, I could definitely
Knock that.
I could knock that.
Mm-hmm.
I could knock a lot of people. Like, I could knock Drake too.
Yeah.
I could knock Drake. I could knock the Blueprint too.
Yep, definitely some J.
You know what I mean?
You said Drake. You say you could Drake.
I could do Drake.
can
Yo,
do
Now,
Drake.
Let me tell you why.
Giving me an album. What album?
No,
with
I'm
Drake?
gonna keep it real. I can't listen to a Drake album,
That's what I'm
but
saying.
listen to me.
See,
I can listen to his underground shit because his Best of Drake is crazy.
Yeah, he's tough.
You listen to Best of Drake, right? You go through, like, I seen a Best of Drake of 50 tracks. I seen a Best of Drake of 25. It's all bananas, bro. He got hits.
Bangers.
He got
hits.
shit out there.
Don't get me wrong.
I ain't got none
Don't get
against
me
He
wrong.
got bangers.
I'm not a Drake fan, and that's because he got the same name as my daughter. My daughter's named Aubrey. His name's Aubrey. You know what I mean?
Word.
But at the same time, I respect him.
Yeah.
I respect
He
him
doing
as
his
an artist.
thing.
I respect
Getting
him.
his bread like he supposed to.
He's
Fact.
getting it.
Yeah.
He's getting that bread.
Okay. So last question before we get you up out of here. It's you versus 5 NBA dudes in your prime.
Yep.
What other 4 guys are you bringing with you to play against some NBA dudes? And they got to be dudes like your core guys. You know what I'm saying? People you've played with, AU, high school, college.
It's funny you said that because I've done that before.
Word?
Like, so, it's funny because my big bro Ray Noyes posted it the other day on Facebook. So I want to say in 2001, Leo Papil had us go to the Celtics facility to play the Celtics rookies and free agents. And it was me, Stevie Haley, Mike McGee, Ray Noyes, and Danny Ainge.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Against they drafted this kid from Ohio at the time.
This gotta be. You said
How old-
01.
how
This
old
gotta
you
be
was?
like Marcus Banks.
Nah, but this is after This is Brendan. They drafted the big man Brendan Hunter from Ohio. He led the nation in rebounding.
Yep. I think I remember him
And
just
then
a little
then
bit.
they had like a couple free agents. They had this kid, this shooter from Cal Berkeley. His shit was cash.
Water.
They had Josh Hamilton from Florida. They had Doug Overton, who was like a trap, like he was like a Jock Vaughn, like a 10-year veteran who just will get picked up on mad teams because he's a pro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, he's a
he
pro.
Get it done.
And like the first quarter, we was up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, and then that shit just got fucking ugly.
they turned up.
Yeah.
How old you was about by then, though?
That's right before I went to Florida. So I was 19.
19 or 20.
19.
Okay.
I was 19.
Okay.
I was 19.
So who you taking with you? That 5 that well, you can't because Danny on that team.
Yeah, I can't. And my man Danny's back went stiff on me. You know what I mean? So I'll definitely would go.
Mike McGee's in there.
Yeah, like I mean, at the end of the day, we made a name with each other. You know what I mean? It's hard to like just school him. Like he thinks how I think. You know what I mean? So you could put me and Mike on any position.
Yeah.
But I would probably have Will Blaylock at my 1.
Mm-hmm. You at the 2.
Yep. You
at
could
the
put
3?
me at the 2 or you could put Mike at the 3. It don't matter. Really don't matter. My center is Terren Francis.
Okay.
Shit. Matter of fact, my power forward is Terren Francis. My center is Keith Butler.
Okay. Tough. You think y'all pulling out that dub?
Shit. In our primes?
Yep.
Shit. Yeah. We got a national title together. I don't see why not.
Absolutely. You feel me? Well, Ann Davis, we appreciate you for coming here on T3MU TV, man. You a legend in the city. Don't let nobody tell you different. You know what I'm saying? It was a pleasure to have you on the platform and an honor. You know what I'm saying? This is what T3MU is about, man. Getting these stories out of you guys, and what y'all did back in y'all time and y'all great playing days, and how y'all shaked it up, how y'all shook the city up. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when Drew was in the gym and telling me about these stories, and I was like, yo, one day I'm gonna sit down with these guys, bro. One day I'm gonna sit down with these guys and talk, and it was a pleasure to have. Like I said, it was a pleasure to have you on here, bro.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I love what y'all doing, man. Keep doing it. Like y'all just, like I said, man, just keep interviewing guys. Every era, you know what I mean? Because we all got different minds and different views on the game. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, basketball was played differently.
Facts.
You know what I mean? From my era to Aunt Gurley's era, the game changed. Like I played when I was in high school.
Yeah,
I was a part of the hand checking rule, and then the hand checking rule got taken away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So now you can't hand check no more
at all.
You know what I mean, that was in '98. The hand checking rule got taken out. No more hand checking. You know what I mean? And what people don't understand, people think it's easy to play with the hand check, man. It's hard. I mean, if I could control your waist and control
it's
you
hard.
where you going, tell me how that's easy.
That's super hard.
Don't let you be a beast.
And you heard what he said. He was putting up numbers, 54. You know what I'm saying? His highest in high school. So listen, man, this is a legend, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was a pleasure to have you on episode 45, man. We gonna keep turning up, man. You feel me, G? We turning up, man. We getting the good ones in here, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. And see y'all next episode. Peace.
Peace.